Hello and welcome to day 9. We're on our second last chakra, and these last two chakras will be at the very top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at the very top of the pyramid in that little self-actualization level. And so today is the third eye chakra, so that is the area right here. And this has to do with inner wisdom and also seeing, so seeing without and within. So being able to notice and observe the world around you, and also being able to notice and observe your inner world without being brought into the turmoil of emotions that your thoughts can sometimes bring. So this is all about being an observer, and I talked about this in an earlier video as well. I think being an observer is really important to art, and if you can simultaneously observe the inner and the outer world, you'll be able to express that and show that through your creativity. So today is all about our inner and outer wisdom and observations. Enjoy this video. Come into a kneeling position for this opening meditation, placing the hands, palms down on the thighs. And beginning to inhale and exhale through the nose. Now seeing if you can draw your inner focus to that third eye area between the two eyebrows. So imagining just what that area feels like. Maybe imagine you can see what it looks like there. Noticing any sensations that might be present in that part of the face. And bringing awareness to that part of the body while also using that part of the body to become aware of what else is going on around you. And just for the next minute or so, seeing if you can dwell on this idea of simultaneous awareness of both the inner and the outer world. And then let's move into child's pose, whichever version of child's pose you prefer. And resting the forehead with that third eye area on the mat. Noticing the pressure of the ground on the forehead. Just allowing that area to completely relax and release in this pose. Noticing if there are any sounds going on around you, any noises, and seeing if you can hold that awareness of things going on in the background with also staying completely and fully present in the body and in the moment. And now with that awareness, let's move, making your way up into a downward facing dog, stretching the shoulders and the backs of the legs, and then stepping forwards into a forward bend, and rolling all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Finding a nice strong standing position, and we're going to move into a few balancing poses here. So grabbing the inside of the right foot, you're going to reach the left arm forward and kick the right foot back. So every inhale, you're reaching forward with the arm a little more, and every exhale, you're kicking back through the hand. Sorry, you'll just have to bear with me. There were a couple technical difficulties in this video, so a few parts got a little missed. But so now you're going to release the hand and then switch sides. So that would be grabbing the inside of the left foot, reaching forward with the right hand, and then kicking back through the left leg to come into this pose on the opposite side. Using that focus with the forehead area and with the eyes, so using your vision to keep balance here in this pose, and if you follow, just coming back into the pose. And we're going to release down, and I apologize for the technical difficulties again. I had to refilm this in a different location. We're going to come into tree pose now. So you can either start with the toes on the mat, on the inner shin, or on the inner thigh. And the important thing here is not to rest the foot on the knee. This is about balance, not flexibility, so choose a spot where you can feel stable. Bringing the hands into a prayer, and then if you feel ready, extending the arms all the way up. Again, using that gaze and that focus and that awareness to stay balanced. And if you want an extra challenge, you can try swaying the hands here. Good. And then as you exhale, releasing the pose with control, let's switch to the other side. Again, finding which level works for you. So on the mat, on the inner shin, or on the inner thigh. And let's take reverse prayer or grabbing opposite elbows on this one to open up the chest. And when you're ready, extending the arms all the way up like the branches of a tree. And feeling stable and strong and wise like a tree. And maybe swaying the arms again if you want a challenge. Not worrying if you fall out of it. It is just yoga. It is meant to be fun. And then releasing with control and making your way back down onto the mat for shoulder stand. So using the hands to support the lower back as you roll onto the shoulders. And then the legs extend straight up. Not moving your neck around here. And you can always use a chair or the wall and just throw your feet up. You don't need to go into shoulder stand. And then bringing the legs and the feet down onto the floor behind you. Only if your toes are touching the floor, you can release the hands. If not, keep using them to support your back. And then you're going to bend the knees so that the knees are just on the outside of the ears. Taking a couple breaths here. And then gently rolling back down onto the mat and coming straight into fish pose, the counter pose. So the legs are extended and together, feet are pointed, coming up onto the forearms and letting the head and the neck fall back. Having that third eye and that focus looking behind you now. And releasing. And we're going to come into our final resting pose, Shavasana. And just like yesterday, if it felt good, you can use a pillow or a blanket to give yourself a little back bend. And then it's up to you if you want to stay in Shavasana or if you want to come into Supine Baddha Konasana, Supine Butterfly Pose. Wherever you are, finding a place of comfort. And bringing the focus back again to that forehead area. And now imagining that you see a light. And the light is coming towards you. And the light enters the body in that area on the forehead and spreads throughout the whole body and spreading that warmth and awareness everywhere. And seeing if you can follow that light from the top of the head down to the tips of the toes, becoming aware of every part of the body. And becoming aware of what's happening internally in the mind as well. What thoughts are entering in and out of consciousness that you can observe, that you don't have to get involved with, but that you can observe. Feel free to stay in this meditation as long as you like. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.